you were on Undercover Boss, but they never actually used your clip. But you want to tell us that whole story of first how you got on the show, and I guess Stephanie McMahon was the Undercover Boss on it.
Yes, so I was on Stephanie McMahon's Celebrity Undercover Boss. I was the first person she filmed with. However, my segment from the episode was cut from air and it didn't make air. Probably because I ended up knowing it was her. I have met her before. Like I said, I've been working backstage, extra work with WWE behind the scenes a bit. And I have met her before. And she's such an inspiration, that woman. And at first, it was just me and Eva Elise training in the dojo. And she comes in, blonde hair, glasses, wig, and she's watching us train. And then we just sit down chatting for a bit. And the lights were off. Then when the lights come on, we go over to change the oil in my car, and it's me, her, and my dad. And then my dad takes off. It's just me and her. And embarrassing enough, the bolt to my oil pan underneath the car was really tight. And sometimes I do have a hard time getting it off on my own if it's too tight. And I usually have my feet up against my garage wall. So I'll be on my back, barefoot, with my feet against the garage wall, breaking the bolt loose. And it was too tight, and I was just struggling a little. I'm telling you what, she took those nice arms and she just broke it loose like it was nothing. I was like, cool, nice. And we drained the oil. We come back out from underneath the car, and then it hit me. Like, it didn't take long, but I'm talking to her, and then it hits me, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm talking to Stephanie McMahon. Why are you in a wig? And I realized this, so I realized immediately it was her. We take a break. Well, the whole thing too, by the way, is the television show contacted my wrestling school and was like, hey, we're looking for some people in wrestling that have some inspiring stories to tell. And my trainer and my dojo told them, well, there's this girl, former EMT, moved down from South Carolina all by herself, left everything, came here to be a professional wrestler. And they're like, okay, we're interested. They interviewed me on my birthday, actually. It was November 2nd, 2017. And then we filmed that month, and then the show didn't come out for like a good year later. But after I realized it was Steph, I go outside to the producer and I'm like, hey, is that Stephanie McMahon? Because it feels like you guys are like undercover bossing me right now, but you're not, because she's not my boss. So I literally said, I thought you're undercover bossing me, but she's not my boss, so this is not that. And I said to them, like, who is that Stephanie McMahon? Be honest with me. And he's like, who's that? And he acted like he didn't know who she was. And I was like, don't play dumb. I'm like, okay. So they knew I knew it was her. And then we got to sit down and talk at the Performance Center, because if you watch her episode, I'm only in the end credits standing with the other wrestlers, like Jake Atlas. His episode aired. His segment on the episode aired, Jake Atlas, and now he just got recently contracted with NXT. Yeah. So congrats.
I just interviewed him actually on one of his last independent events in LA.
Cool. Yeah. Well, congrats to Jake. Me and him were both on there. Only I had some tough competition, so my segment did not make air. Probably also because I knew it was her, and I didn't play along as well because, like, oh my bad. Next time I know. But we're at the Performance Center doing the big reveal, and I'm looking, and I'm just like, nobody realizes it's her yet. Like, the family, the kids, everybody. I'm like, literally a Big Show. She's in the ring with Big Show. She's this journalist. And then nobody caught on that it was her, and I was like, come on, when's it gonna light bulb? But maybe, they did a really good job of hiding her. She said after I was the first person that she interviewed, she had to put prosthetics on her face, like her nose, and cover, everything up. And so that was fun. But yeah, you only see me in the end credits. But it doesn't mean that it may never see the light of day, they told me. So maybe we'll see this footage one day of me and her in my car. It's pretty cool. And so that's how I got my second souped up 73 Nova. Beautiful orange paint job. Everything I always wanted. Got rid of the old Nova. And yeah.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.